Joe and I have been watching quite a bit of Nigerian production on Netflix recently, and at every celebratory event, the characters are always eating this wonderful dish called jollof rice. So today we're going to try this recipe for the first time. Welcome to the Bear Pantry Show. If you're looking for authentic Belizean recipes, then you're in the right place. My name is Barbara, and this is Cooking Made Simple. Joe and I have been to two Nigerian parties before. They were big parties. One of them was a baby naming ceremony, and one of them was a 70th birthday party. It was for the same family, all right? So we tasted the jollof rice there. Joe liked it, as I recalled, but I didn't care for it too much, and I think it was because of all the spices that they had in it. So I'm gonna modify this recipe right off the bat because I sent Joe to the store to buy the bay leaf, and this thing smells god-awful to me. So I'm not gonna put that, all right? So let's make this thing simple. First of all, I have here on my plate, I hope you guys can see this because I have nobody running camera. I have some red onion that's chopped up into large pieces. I've got some red bell pepper. I'm just gonna use half the pepper. I'm not gonna use the whole pepper because I need the rest of it for something else. But I'm gonna, I'm only gonna do, let me show you the size cup. This size cup, and I'm going to measure it into actual measuring cup to tell you how much rice I'm using. That's the thing that Joe uses to measure rice. So I'm just kind of cutting this into some bigger chunks because I'm going to use my food processor. By the way, guys, my Magic Bullet balance went out on me, and thank God I bought it at Costco, so we were able to take it back, and they didn't have any more balance. I guess they know the stuff is crap, and so they had the Magic Bullet blender combo. And I'm going to do a review on that pretty soon. Maybe I'll put the review at this page, I'm not sure. But definitely put it at Bear Pantry Talk. But I'm going to do a review on that thing and see how it works. Let me move my oil out the way. So this is what we need. This is red onion, red pepper, meaning red bell pepper. Ooh, don't spill. And some, I think one Roma tomato so far. I think I'm going to use two though. You can use whatever tomato you have on hand. I'm making sure you guys can see this. Okay. I'm not going to use, I brought up the blender because you can do this in a blender, but I'm not going to use my beautiful new blender to blend smelly onion and peppers and stuff like that. I just want to put like leafy greens and fruits and stuff in there. Let's see, come on thing. I'm going to chop it. It's plugged in. I think I'm going to stop it and put that other tomato. Okay? These tomatoes are so firm and beautiful. Joe got a good batch for me today. So how's your day going, guys? I'm back to my cooking videos again. You're going to see some mukbangs also, but I'm back to my cooking videos because I'm done with the book. By the way, the update on the book, they contacted me on Friday to tell me that they needed to like fix certain things about the book cover because it was not the right size, so I had to send them the files, and that's where we left off at the end of their day on Friday because they're in Jersey. So when they contacted me, it was almost 5 o'clock their time. So they're working on the book, and I hope the files that I send them will fix the problem. And I want to say thanks to Damon and Richard who gave me this thing. I love this thing so much. I hope they're watching. Oh, we don't need that yet. What we're going to do next is put my pot on the burner and light it up. To this, I'm going to add half a cup of canola oil. If you hear panting, it's not me, okay? The dog just came back from her walk. All right, put this away. We're not going to use this. It's another dish. Oh, by the way, the recipe calls for chicken, the brand is Knorr, K-N-O-R-R, Knorr chicken bouillon cubes. I looked that up and that has MSG, and you guys know I have issues with MSG, so I'm not using that. So Jory had these three things in here. This is the McCormick Grill Mates Montreal chicken seasoning, and it doesn't have any MSG. Total seasoning for chicken and fish. This is McCormick again, doesn't have any MSG. And then this one is Weber, W-E-B-E-R, Kickin' chicken seasoning. I smelled this one, and this one smelled the best, even out of the McCormick stuff, okay? So I'm going to use this instead of that other thing. So when this heats up, I'm just going to go ahead and toss the onions in here and let the onions saute until they're pearl looking. You know what I mean? And then we're going to add some of the tomato paste. It's about half the tin. And this tomato paste, well, tomato paste on a whole tends to be bitter. So you want to cook it until it's fried. So I'm just going to continue to cook this down until the tomato paste cooks thoroughly in here, okay? I wish that you guys could smell this because that tomato paste smells really good now. It doesn't smell bitter. It doesn't taste bitter. It's sweet. Let me get the puree. Shout out to Joshua for running the camera for me. And I know the Chef Ramsay will do this. If things are getting too hot, he takes it off the heat. I think it's only we Belizeans that are afraid to take the pot off the heat. Put the puree. At this point, you would put in the bay leaf. I'm not going to do that. That thing smells gross. But I will put some salt. I'm not going to put any pepper because I have the habanero. So let's put some salt. You guys see my spice thing in there? We have rosemary. Oh, we need thyme. We need thyme for this. I don't mind putting in some thyme. So let's put the salt. I'm going to taste it when we add the water and the rice, okay? But for right now, 1 teaspoon. And then let this simmer for 15 minutes, but this cannot simmer for 15 minutes because this is already thick. Let's add the thyme. Just a little bit. And then we're going to add the chicken seasoning. We want everything to infuse. Oh, can't go in. The spoon can't go in. And do 1.5 teaspoons. So let me add a little bit of water to this to just let it simmer for at least 5 minutes and not burn. About 1/2 cup of water. You might get more if you use a juicy tomato or canned tomato, okay? Cover this up, and now we're going to move over to the sink where we're going to wash the rice. But let me show you first of all. Come on over here, Josh. So this is one All Saints Parish Church cup. Shout out to All Saints in Belize. That's where I went to elementary school, primary school. This is really a cup. So it's like 1.5 cups to 1 3/4 cups. If you use this. And we're going to wash this until the water comes clear. So normally when we make white rice, Belizean white rice or rice and beans, we don't wash this too many times because we want the rice to be a little bit sticky. But for this jollof rice, it seems like it should not be sticky. You can smell the starch in the rice. And I've watched a lot of videos on how to make this and decided, you know what, do it the way you're going to eat it, Barbara. So I'm not going to call it authentic. I'm going to call it my version. Okay, so I'm just going to go through this a couple more times. And then when I come back, we'll be adding everything to the pot, okay? I'll turn it down so it doesn't pop on my lens. That looks pretty good. Okay, simmer down. Back up, Josh. I don't want it to pop on my lens. Put the rice in. Remember, it's only like 1.5 cups of rice. Let's see how this liquid is. I have Joe next to me because he's so good at rice making that I want to make sure. Joe, I think we need more liquid. What do you think? We need a little bit more? Okay, let me see this line right here on my spoon. That's that 1 inch mark where I show you guys how to measure from here to here. You know, all good rice cookers, Asian people, Belize people, Trinidad people, Jamaican people, that's how we measure stuff. Okay, water. Well, let me get some water. I have about a cup and a half of water here.
Can't put too much at the top.
Okay, so let's go.
Stop.
Stop. And measure. Hold on, let's see, guys.
I remember. Oh, hang on a second.
You splattering that thing on me, Joe. Joe's looking at the liquid to the rice ratio.
Can't put too much on this. Remember, this already got liquid.
Taste it, Joe, to see if we need more salt. And Joe tasted like an old Belizean lady. What do you think?
This we need more pepper.
More pepper? No, we already have that one piece of habanero. I want to eat this. Thank you. So what do you think? Because they say the water is supposed to be right above the rice, but like you said, it started with a lot of liquid.
I'll leave it like that.
You would leave it like this to see? Okay. So we're not trusting this. So when I measure and I feel the rice, it's not coming to that halfway, to that 1 inch. It's coming to there.
This, so you don't want to mess it up.
See? Right there? So that's what we're doing. Okay, guys? A little bit different. So the rice is on low. Put it here.
Put the simmer in it? No.
Cover. Yeah, let's get the simmer ring. And they say it's gonna cook like this for an hour and 10 minutes. So let's put it to 60 minutes. And I'm gonna come back and turn it every 20 minutes, okay? It's only about 15 minutes in, guys, so I haven't started anything yet, but I wanted to pop in to remind you guys to subscribe to the channel and hit that bell so you can know when I upload another video. Now they start with a spoon, but as Belizeans, we like to serve these things with a fork to loosen it up. So Joe's not gonna scrape the bottom of my pan. He's just gonna loosen it up. It's smelling pretty good.
It's coming.
Is the fire on super low? But this is my double burner. Do we want to keep it on this double burner? Let's switch it, guys. Put that burner on low. See? Look at this. This low is definitely lower than this low. Switch it, baby. And we have a half hour more to go. So the rice is coming up pretty good, guys. We've stirred it twice, 20 minutes apart, and we have about 10 more minutes, I think, for it to hit to the 1 hour mark, and then we're gonna check on it again. Now let's see if it needs that 10 minutes, guys. It definitely needs to cook some more, but it's tasty. Alright guys, so that was 1 hour and 10 minutes. I'm going to have Joe come around so you can see what it looks like. So you know once this is done, it's going to dry out a little bit more, but the grains are cooked. That's the chief thing you want to look for. Looks pretty good. Now let's serve this up and do a thumbnail. Well, let me taste first before we do a thumbnail. Let me just serve it up. I'm so glad that I followed Joe's advice to not put any more water, because instinctively I would have put more water. But like I said, he's the rice whisperer. We have some rice burn at the bottom.
That's good.
I know, see? Let's leave that in here. Joe likes the rice burn. I don't like it. But I'm saying it Americanized. It's rice bun. Rice bun. Okay.
I'll flag you up the thing just now.
Rookie move, Joe. Rookie move.
That's a good stuff. That's a good move, guys. Flag.
Rookie move. Okay, let's press it out. We want a good thumbnail picture. So I think I would do this again and probably do more if it tastes as good as when I tried it just now. Let's get some of the rice bun. Remember now, I never said this was authentic. I made it to suit me. I didn't put that bay leaf and I didn't put that bouillon cube Knorr thing, alright? The brand Knorr. This is good. Now I would eat this at any party, you guys. So next time I get invited after the pandemic is over, I'm gonna say, who cooked it? Keep in mind that I don't like a whole lot of spices and stuff in my stuff, alright? So you might like the bay leaf, you might like all the other stuff that's in here. So I hope you guys try it. If you do, come back and tell me how yours came out. If you're Nigerian, don't cuss me out, please. I try. And remember, I'm like 11 or 13% according to Ancestry DNA. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, follow, hit the bell, all that good stuff, and leave me a comment. Bye. The books are here. Take a look at the book cover, guys. So let's take a look at the inside.